What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Chop Shop. Today, we're here to talk about the Austin Theory problem, if there is a problem, and we'll do some quick Halloween Havoc predictions. My bad, we've been stupid before we went on live, but I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves so y'all can follow them, everything like that, all their socials. Go ahead, starting with Alex.
Damn, Alex, get it, who got?
Alex.
I
guess we'll start with Jason.
All right, man, y'all already know what it is. Bird with a Y, my main page. HB Bird on my wrestling page. I'm basically the smartest person you'll ever meet. So
easy with the profanity.
Let's get it.
Yeah, you already know who it is as well. This is Alex Loco, the best Mexican fan out there on TikTok and the best Mexican TikTok creator for wrestling TikTok. Yeah, I'm biased like Jason too, but let's get ready.
Man, you already know who it is. Amster World. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty much the smartest person when it comes to wrestling. But all right.
Okay.
Where the Eagles come from, man? Like what?
You gotta have an Eagle. We're the best podcast out there.
For real. I'll stand by that. To the dad.
Get it who got it, you feel me? But all right, let's get to the subject at hand.
Oh man.
All right, so like the caption says, the Austin Theory problem. If a lot of you saw NXT, we saw it end with Austin Theory coming out, teasing a little cash in, such and such. So I'm simply gonna ask the question. How do you guys feel about this in total? Not even gonna ask separate questions, just in total, how is it making you feel? I'll start with Jason since Alex, I don't know what will be happening with him.
Oh no, sorry. All right. So with the whole, sorry, I dozed off there, but no, with the Austin Theory thing, I know a lot of people, some people in our friend group, I'm not gonna name any names, they know who they are, see it as a demotion of him cashing in Money in the Bank, or possibly cashing in on the NXT Championship. I don't see it as a demotion at all. Remember, Triple H's goal was always to showcase NXT as the third brand, which also happens to have wrestlers that are developing to be on SmackDown and Raw. He's always been trying to do that. And, him taking Mr. Money in the Bank to the quote-unquote development brand brings eyes and attention to be like, hey, they're trying to bring back NXT to what they did during the original Black and Gold era. And doing that, because let's be honest, Braun Breaker is right in the roster.
He's what about the main roster?
I don't know. I think somebody just cut his internet. I think he said main roster ready though.
Alex? All right, so technical difficulties on the Alex side. So we'll get back to Alex. Jason, same question to you. In total, how does this make you feel?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You go ahead and finish.
Sorry, my thing's been whacked. But yeah, like I said, it's an elevation. It's an elevation process for NXT as well, but not only Austin Theory, because a lot of people, A, don't want him to dethrone Roman, and B, let's be honest, Theory is not going to successfully cash in on Roman if we're being 100% honest. And then they're going to be upset, like, oh, the Money in the Bank was pointless. Whereas if he cashes in on Braun Breaker,
Bret Hart cut your internet.
Yeah, my internet got caught by Bret Hart. I think he's had enough of me. He's had enough of me.
Well, go ahead, Alex. I had to put that on the screen.
No. It's A, to elevate him. B, it's to give him a title that develops him as well, and B. And see, Braun Breaker gets up to the main roster. Simple as that.
Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, well, as far as me, I ain't gonna lie. When he popped up, first of all, I was flipping back through the channels because I was watching AEW and NXT at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching the ending of AEW, and then I saw the chat, and somebody was like, "Fuck's Austin Theory doing here?" So I had to go to the recording and like fast forward all the way to the end. I'm like, damn. And at first, I was just like, at first I felt like indifferent about it because it's just like, it was like a real neutral feeling. I was like, all right, I might rock with it, but in the same sense, like it kind of makes sense as far as like the way that I've been predicting things to happen and the way that it's looking. Like I didn't really see anywhere where Austin Theory was gonna cash in and take either of them titles off Roman because we basically already know that he's not losing the title until after WrestleMania. And the person who takes it off him after WrestleMania to me is I believe is going to be a heel Seth Rollins. So I don't see how Theory's going to cash in on him. So it's just like I mean I wouldn't mind him cashing in on the NXT champion because like Alex said it elevates that championship and the brand. Y'all looking at it like a demotion, like as if the Money in the Bank has really meant something over the past how many years. Like name the last name the last person to win Money in the Bank and cash in, and you were really just like, wow, like God, like this is just I can't believe it. Like, of course, some people may bring up like Big E in a sense, but this is like I saw all of that coming, so it's just like I was happy for him, but like, was I genuinely dead ass surprised? Like, not at all. So it's just like, I mean, in a sense, it kind of I don't see it as a demotion. I see it as them, uh, like Alex said, elevating NXT, and hopefully, Austin Theory can do some great things down there with the talent they have because they have a lot of talented individuals, and like it was previously said, a lot more eyes are going to be shifted towards NXT because it's like what they took the Money in the Bank and they cashed it in on the NXT champion. You can do that. I didn't know you could do so. It's just like that's that's really how I feel on that. And I feel like anybody real life hating on the decision, like I just feel like you got some inner emotions to work out because if we being honest, it's not as bad as you trying to make it seem. It's not that bad. I'd rather that than have him fail to cash in on Roman. Like that's I hate when they don't. I hate when cash ins aren't successful. I hate that.
Nah, I gotta agree with Jason, man. With Theory cashing in on the NXT Championship, it's just something new, something fresh, something that everybody may be excited to see. Because I don't really want to see Theory unsuccessfully cash in his Money in the Bank. That is just a waste of time. He won in July, and for him to just hold it on for so long and then just fail a cash in against Roman Reigns, it sucks. Like I get, Theory pinning Roman Reigns a big deal, but Theory cashing in on the NXT Championship is something new, and it's just something more better of a direction if that makes sense. Because in the long run, it will help elevate Theory, make him a bigger star, having good feuds with people in NXT, just develop himself more before he could get to Roman Reigns. Because I'm all for Theory, I love Theory, but I don't think he's ready enough for Roman Reigns whatsoever.
How y'all feel about the statement on the screen?
How people feel when Charlie
That makes sense.
Because a lot of people act and try to forget like that never happened, and like if it's two different things when it's really not.
It's really
No,
not.
right.
It's
It really
equivalent.
ain't. No, and not to mention, I know, like I said, a lot of people I've seen say it like, "Oh, it's a step back for Charlotte." I didn't see it as a step back for Charlotte.
Elevated Rhea.
And it elevated Rhea. Yeah, Charlotte beat Rhea for the title, but at the same time, you saw it as, hey, Charlotte sees Rhea as an equal in that scenario. She could have done the cliche, pick, Becky or Bailey, but no, she's like, nope, I'm picking Rhea. A, because, she wants to hold the NXT Women's title, but also, not to mention, she sees Rhea as new, as fresh blood, someone new, someone to bring up to her status.
Oh, for sure.
And if we being honest, depending on how it played out, like me, I'm thinking that Braun Breaker gonna win the match. But I feel like afterwards Theory's gonna cash in on Braun Breaker and win it off him. And it's in turn gonna do the same thing that Charlotte facing Rhea did, elevate Braun Breaker and because like people saying like he coming up to the main roster, which is it's gonna happen. But like as far as like the prestige of the NXT title goes, like it hasn't really had that for some time now. So it's just like if Theory takes the Money in the Bank and cashes it in on Braun Breaker, and then Braun Breaker goes up to the main roster, that makes things like that makes it seem like that title means more, which in turn makes Braun Breaker, seem like bigger than what he is. So it's just like what he is now. So I feel like it's a positive for everybody. Like this situation will work out in favor of everybody.
Yeah.
My only gripe is I wish that if they was gonna do it, that they would have just did it instead of teasing it on NXT.
No. And another thing that I want to say, add on to me personally, this is just me, not people have to agree with it. I personally feel that Braun himself has already outgrown the NXT title. There's nothing for him to do anymore with that belt. He's already had great matches with a lot of people.
He's a 2-time champ already.
Yeah, like what else is there for him to do? And for me personally, is go up to the main roster and make your name there. People watch NXT already know what a hell of a talent already is. And for those people that wanted Austin Theory to develop himself slightly bit more, here's your opportunity to see him develop himself once again. Me personally, I'm one of the people that already see Theory as an established individual. There's nothing more that he needs to do. But a lot of people see it differently, let's be honest. And that's how I see it. Like, I want to see Theory develop himself to the fullest potential. Some people want to hold him down. Me personally, I feel like, he's going to have NXT in a higher position and also develop himself and create his craft so he can be the star that a lot of us see him to be.
I feel like as far as Theory, like what he's doing now is like great. As far as like his character, like some people say they hate the whole selfie thing and whatnot. I don't necessarily hate that. Like I somewhat rock with that if I'm being honest. I just feel like as far as him progressing, you just gotta let him keep going with that. Like you just gotta let him keep doing what he's doing, and the NXT title, is going to help him with that.
Another thing that I want to add too as well is a lot of people that left WWE to become AEW fans hated WWE for the fact that they rushed their storylines. Everything went too quickly. And with right now they're getting annoyed that what's the end game for Austin Theory. I'm like, y'all the same people that are upset that WWE doesn't have progressive storylines for their characters. We're seeing what happens. Let's be honest, bro. Most of the times, if you're a Money in the Bank winner, you get jobbed, you get buried. Dolph Ziggler was a perfect example. Most of the times when he was holding Money in the Bank, he lost a lot of times. Edge, excluding the fact when he wrestled against Matt Hardy, he was looking like a joke. And then once it came for time for him to cash in and win the big one, they transformed and changed. Usually that's what Money in the Bank happens when you give it to a heel wrestler. Baby faces, you look strong, but when you're a heel wrestler that won Money in the Bank, they're going to make you look weak. And then if the end game is for you to win the world title, you win the world title, and then you become a top heel.
I mean, look at Seth Rollins. He was all getting goo on his face when he was the Mr. Money in the Bank, when he was facing Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, other than him beating Dean Ambrose, all the other times he lost.
He did. He was getting his briefcase was dented and everything because of all the mishaps and all the shit that was going on.
Like I said, if you're a babyface Money in the Bank, they're gonna make you be the most sympathetic person ever. If you are the heel Money in the Bank, they're gonna humiliate you.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Seth Rollins lose at WrestleMania as Mr. Money in the Bank against Randy Orton?
Against Randy Orton with the amazing RKO.
Then he cashed in.
And then he cashed in, and everybody's opinion changed because I remember that.
Well, so did I. I was like, oh my God, what are they doing with Seth? And then, to be honest, Seth did one of the greatest cash-ins of all time.
Yep. That night, I became a fan of Rollins just due to that cash. That was he built his legacy right then and there.
Exactly. My whole thing is if the Braun Breaker call up is happening, who else could they really put the belt on to really keep NXT at the pace it's at or even elevate it?
No, because let's be honest, another person that could have been it is already called up. Santos Escobar could have been one of them, but where is he at now? He's on the main roster.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's like, and you guys want a new character. All right. Could this be, because unless I'm bugging, I don't remember seeing the phone when he came out at NXT.
He never was. He was just Johnny Gargano's sidekick.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about when he showed up at NXT with the briefcase.
No, he didn't have a selfie.
He didn't have. Yeah, he just showed the briefcase. He's starting to dress. I mean, I know it's street clothes, but he's starting to dress a little different. He got the beard. This could be a whole new character. Y'all just gotta wait. We don't know. And again, a lot of people, Austin Theory's not NXT. If you ain't watch NXT, just say that.
Exactly.
Because Johnny Gargano, the way, all that. If you don't know about that, bro, YouTube, Peacock. We got that.
You know what I'm saying? Educate yourselves.
Yeah, like you tell other people about other promotions. Yeah, Google is free.
You guys on the main roster who watch Raw and SmackDown, you guys don't like them. But the pop that guy got when he came out, when all they heard was A-Town down. Like,
hey, the crowd
and
was
he's the
small,
heel,
but
bro. He's the heel.
pop.
I know.
Yeah, the NXT crowd is small, man, but the pops go crazy.
Dude. Just like with Shinsuke and Judgment Day, those pops, loud.
And you can even look at it as the same case as when Finn Balor had to go back to NXT. He got the title, and now look where he at. It took some time. It took some time.
Yeah,
But
he's in
now
a faction that's slowly developing to be a top heel faction because it takes time to develop stories.
It does indeed, and I just don't like how I just don't like how people refer to NXT as a demotion based off of how it's been ran so far. As you can see, they're trying to turn things around and try to make it mean more, and in doing so, they bring in more talent that's not used on the main roster to NXT, and I'm fine with that as long as they're not necessarily burying the talent they got now. Like, I swear, if I hear anybody complaining about Shinsuke Nakamura going down to NXT and working some matches, because apparently that's what he's going to be doing for the foreseeable future right now. If I hear anybody complaining about that, I'm going to just, if it's on my phone, I'm going to just shut my phone off and throw it against the wall because, like, it's the matches that he can have down there, like, y'all tripping. Y'all just don't want to, y'all just hating at that point.
Another thing, too, as someone who's a diehard Nakamura fan, and everyone knows that I love New Japan Pro Wrestling up the wazoo, I'm like, if y'all were never a fan with him, we're asking for them to do something on the main roster, but now all of a sudden you're upset, like, oh, he's on NXT at demotion. Where was his hate? Where was his frustration when he wasn't doing shit on SmackDown? Me personally, I see it as great. I get to see him wrestle on NXT where I know he'll be able to wrestle his style.
I mean, his match with Sami Zayn is what really made me start watching NXT, so I don't see the issue. Again,
Exactly.
NXT is his spot too, bro.
Like,
It's
for
not.
me,
Vince is gone. It's not the developmental thing no more. Triple H and Shawn Michaels, they trying to make it what they wanted it to be, bro.
Third brand.
The third brand. I mean, are we gonna forget the era where Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Andrade were there in NXT and killing it? Yeah, it was still on the network, but that everybody talked more about NXT than they did Raw or SmackDown. And Triple H was running that shit.
Bro, that Survivor Series.
2019, yeah. One of the best Survivor Series ever.
Yeah, like the pop the NXT crowd got when the SmackDown roster was stuck in Saudi Arabia and Triple H had to take over. The pop the NXT stars had, that match with Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole, need I say more?
Yep.
I just don't, because if Brown goes, who really else could really be the face of NXT? Let's be honest.
That I can think of, none, bro.
I mean, you got people that's over there from NXT UK, but as far as like the vision that I see them having for the NXT brand, I feel like one of them probably ain't gonna, like, I said one of them probably wasn't gonna be the one to beat Braun Breaker. Like in the group chat, you had people talking about how it was gonna be Joe Coffey and maybe Dragunov and maybe Tyler Bate get his run back and they this, that, and the third. I personally didn't see that like at all. I felt like if it wasn't gonna be Mello or somebody else, then he just wasn't going. He was just going to pull an Oscar and be like, "Here, take it."
No, exactly. Like I said, the only person that I see that's NXT USA, I'm sorry, NXT USA would be Carmelo. But I feel like they're trying to develop him a little bit more before they could launch, jump the gun with them. And because let's be honest, Carmelo did wonders. He was amazing as the North American champion. But right now, they want to develop him a little bit more. That way, they can see, is he the next guy to hold the NXT title?
Or we don't even know. I mean, Hit Row got a secret tag team partner next week.
And you think it'd be Carmelo?
It's either gonna be Carmelo or Wesley. That's the only two. Like, people are like, "Oh, Swerve is coming back." Y'all not watch AEW, bro? Like,
you
gotta do better.
Y'all
do better.
Y'all not watch the product. If you don't watch the product, all right, I understand.
Have y'all not heard what he said? Like,
he's not going.
He said he don't want to be there. Like he said he never even wanted to be in Hit Row and whatnot. And that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, that's for him. If it wasn't for him, then it wasn't for him.
Exactly.
Pretty simple.
Shane Strickland's doing good.
Does it bum me out? Yeah, because I love them in Hit Row. But if it's something he doesn't like, he don't got to be there.
Exactly.
That's it. I watch both of them separately. It sucks that they're not together, but I mean, if y'all a fan of just keep watching them. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know what to tell
No,
you.
yeah.
Right.
But yeah, as
But
far as theory and whatnot, and people, um, like I was saying before, the only before all this Austin Theory talk, the only person that I could see that would take the title off Brian Breaker would be Melo. But now the theory's there, I feel like it's definitely gonna be him because
Yeah.
if y'all paid attention to the little triple threat thing on the Kevin Owens show that was on Tuesday night, obviously Dragunov and JD and whatnot, they still got beef. So neither of them winning. Like neither of them winning the match. And after the match,
I
they
already
still
said
going.
that his name JD,
Yeah.
whatever his name is. I already said that he taking the pin if anything
He
to
is
me.
taking-
Oh,
He
yeah.
is.
And if anything as well, I think the whole JD and Dragunov is like a premonition of what's gonna happen when NXT Europe comes in. I guarantee you, those are gonna be the two that are facing up for the NXT European title.
Exactly.
Yup. Exactly.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like the final sequence of the triple threat match tonight, it's probably gonna be you know how JD finished like the little backbreaker suplex or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, like the
it's probably
headbutt, pulls the
he
arm. Yeah.
he probably gonna do that to Dragunov and whatnot, and then Dragunov gonna like reverse it or some shit. And long story short, Braun Breaker is hitting one of their ass with a spear. I feel like it's gonna be Dragunov at the Dragunov layout, JD, and then he gonna pin Dragunov because Braun Breaker done already pinned everybody else. So that's just gonna add to that's
Pretty
he done
much.
already pinned JD. So I don't think they're gonna have him do it again. I feel like if anything, Dragunov taking the pin, and it's gonna be because JD was in the way of some shit like that and wouldn't hop off and whatnot. And then after that, that's gonna continue the feud between Dragunov and JD. But yeah, Braun Breaker. I feel like Braun Breaker definitely getting the pin on Dragunov, just cause.
Yeah, I definitely see that happening, man. Add another name to Braun Breaker's list. He's been going through all the NXT roster. Dragunov's the next one on it. It's just writing on the wall.
I just don't
You
want
actually
Braun
see
to
that?
end up. Yeah, I see it.
Mad
Oh,
disrespectful.
it's cool. It's cool.
But the
Yeah.
fun of hey, that's what everybody thinks of. I mean, no, that's Bret Hart, bro.
Not necessarily.
I mean, everybody got their own opinions, you know.
Put
It's
the
cool.
letter S in front of hit, man. You gotta make exact opinion of Bret Hart.
You see, everybody got their own opinion. You feel me?
Yeah,
That's
everybody.
just how it is. But
Except my opinion is correct. I don't care what y'all say. I'm right.
Somebody said, "Do we think Mandy loses the title tonight?"
yeah, since we already talked about the theory stuff, let's.
Get some predictions.
I don't think so. I'm sorry. People gonna keep hating until it's somebody. I don't know, but I don't see Mandy losing tonight.
Neither do I.
Neither.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like
Oh,
I feel like, if she losing the title, it's gotta be to somebody like Alba Fire, because I don't see anybody else in that division that could take the title off her. So, I mean, she probably, being realistic, she probably don't lose tonight, but when she does lose, it's gonna be the Alba Fire to me, because by the looks of it, as you saw by Extreme Rules, they had Nikita Lyons and Braun Breaker in the crowd. So that means Nikita Lyons and Braun Breaker are getting called up sooner or later, which means it's not going to be Nikita Lyons to take the belt off Mandy Rose. So that leaves so who the hell else?
Right.
Nobody.
And do you think
But
it's
Alba
also
Fire.
going to be a return of the main roster
Maybe
for
Zoe
Mandy
Stark.
Rose?
and you see, that. I'm glad somebody put that because we have two matches on. Well, not two matches, two things on SmackDown that have mystery. You got Hit Row with their mystery partner, and then you got Ronda with the call out. Does Mandy lose tonight? And could Mandy be the one that answers the challenge? We see her call up with Toxic Attraction. No, maybe, huh? Nah.
I don't know.
I feel like
No, 'cause
the
me
person
personally-
that answers her challenge is going to be somebody like Natalia.
Oh.
It's gonna be somebody
No.
Rodriguez.
No, but if
Somebody.
it's Mandy Rose, as much as I love Toxic Attraction, I feel like Mandy herself is all ready to go back to the main roster. She was killing it in NXT, and I know she improved a lot. So I feel like her herself, her going up to the main roster is eminent already. She already proved herself that with the development she got from NXT, now she can be a top heel. She's going to the Trish Stratus route where supermodel, actually getting developing and honing her craft, and she's gonna kill it.
Yo, what's going on?
I don't
Hold
know,
on. So, hey, like I said,
What
technical difficulties on my shit. Okay, you guys hear me or what is going on now?
Can hear you.
Now we can hear you.
No, as I was saying after my whole breakup, like I said, with I think she's gonna get if she loses the title, she's getting called up. She has nothing
Oh,
else
for
to
sure.
prove on NXT.
Pretty much.
Pretty much ran through all the women's roster on NXT. There's really nothing left for her to do. I just say it's time for her to go on SmackDown, shake up the women's division on SmackDown.
Like I mean, like I said, when she lose, it's either because they just I don't really see nobody other than Alba Fire or maybe Zoe Stark or they could
Could-
possibly have her. They could have her running back with. And don't
You
laugh.
know-
I fuck with Zoe Stark, man.
No,
But,
you don't. Oh yeah, it can't be Nikita because you already think she's getting called up. So nah.
she getting caught up. She was
Yeah,
at
she
Extreme
getting called
Rules, so
up.
she definitely gone. Which means, and they just had her there by herself. So that means they breaking up that tag team and Zoe Stark
Mhm.
back to being
Yeah.
a single star. So it's either gonna be them two, or maybe they have Mandy running back with Miko Satomura, and Miko Satomura beat her.
I wouldn't mind that. Miko's underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I wasn't wrong last time. So I say Mandy gonna win. That's it. That's done. But now to the fun one though, because this could be anybody except Von Wagner. Except who's y'all pick to win the North American Championship?
I got
White
one.
eye and stuff.
Whoever want to go first.
I'll
It's
go
either-
first.
It's either Wesley, or Wesley. Like we
It's
being
Wesley. It's
What
Wesley.
he said, pretty much. Wesley
because
is
I swear
red.
if it's Von Wagner, I will turn my TV off.
Yeah.
Come Tuesday.
I'm not. I just got a sneaking suspicion that they just gonna do it just because Wesley and Mello been beefing and whatnot.
Mhm.
So I feel like Mello gonna be the one to take Wesley out the game, and who else in the match? Oral Mensa, not gonna be him. I don't think so. Freaking what's the other one? Nathan Frazier. I think he in the match. I rock with him.
Yeah.
I think Nathan Frazier and Von Wagner was talking to each other and shit like that, and they was having a little promo battle. But
Yeah.
I just got a sneaking suspicion that they just gonna have Von Wagner win this ladder match, and it's gonna piss me off bad because what are y'all seeing him, bruh? Like what are y'all seeing him? If we being
Generic.
honest,
He's literally
No.
Nothing Nothing too special about him. He's not appealing whatsoever.
I don't. Jesus Christ! Man, I don't. I think the only person that I may dislike more than him is Tony Nese.
Jeez.
Tony Nese.
Jesus.
What do you do to you?
Man, fuck Tony Nese.
Not Tony
What's wrong with
Nese.
the premier
Tony Nese.
athlete?
What's right with him?
Man,
That's
call
why
me
he ain't in
the premier
WWE no more.
Damn. Okay.
Stuck on Rampage
Yeah.
with Smart Mark.
Smart.
Smart Mark.
Wow. Just generic. Just a whole bunch of generic. But yeah, Wesley. I feel like I feel like I wanted to be Wesley, but I just got a feeling they're gonna piss me off and make it be Von Wagner. I feel like
I
they
hope
hear me
not.
talking right now.
Man, he's just gonna grab the mic. Come Tuesday.
I don't love that idea.
I love that idea. Oh my goodness.
God, bro.
But before we move on to the next, I want to see what Jason feels about this. Do you think Shawn Michaels needs to be on screen?
Not really. I ain't really too mad at the fact that he more behind the scenes. I feel like we somewhat strayed away from the days where you've had like actual general managers and they come out every week and be like, okay, here's what's gonna happen. Like, I'm perfectly fine with just showing us the match card before the show starts or as the show is going. And if there's something that's really big that needs to be solved, like the Mello and the Solo thing where Solo has showed up and he had to relinquish, like that was perfectly fine. I was cool with that. But I don't feel like Shawn Michaels necessarily needs to be on screen every day. Like it would help ratings, it would, but is it necessary? I mean, not to me, not really. It's not really something that I'm tripping about. If it happens, I mean, cool, but I'm not really tripping about it.
Now on to the match that actually had me watching NXT 2.0 a little bit, with the whole tag team thing breaking up, throwing the title in the trash. Who's y'all pick for the Roxanne? Because that's what I'm going with.
Who won the last match? Did Cora Jade win the last match?
Core J won the last match.
Yeah, she won the last match, and I mean Roxanne was standing in the ring, and that was before the pay-per-view. So
No, I mean like the last time they went 1-on-1, Cora Jade won that match, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, then it's most likely. I feel like it's probably gonna be Roxanne this time.
Because isn't it like what is it? Chairs everywhere or something? Y'all stalled some type of match. It's an Extreme Rules match, right?
Yeah, this is a stipulation. I don't even know, but I got Roxanne winning this. They're gonna tie it up and then probably go for the 3-peat.
Yeah, I don't see them having Cora Jade too.
Shout out to the UK. Word. I don't know. I just it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I got Roxanne. It's just I see Cora Jade probably getting called up pretty soon too. If I'm being honest.
All right, so Roxanne for the win, I bet.
That's the thing, like, and the thing with all these like call ups that's supposed to happen. My only thing is like, where do they go? Like, what do they do? Like, as far as Braun Breaker, I just feel like because you obviously can't have him go for Roman like off rip because that's not like he was an NXT champion. Don't get me wrong, he was dominant NXT champion, but he ain't there yet.
Yeah. Me personally, he goes after Seth. He goes after Seth for the U.S. title. And this ain't to take a jab at you at being a Seth Rollins fan. Like I feel like if there's anyone that can elevate Braun Breaker a little bit higher, it's Seth.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that's a good route to go. I feel like you can do that. But my whole thing is, if you really want Braun Breaker to mean something, I don't think you can have him lose that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like off rip, I don't think Seth is the first person he needs to be going for. I feel like, maybe throw him in a couple different rivalries with, some people that's not doing much on Monday Night Raw. And then once Seth, gets, Ali out the way and cleans up Riddle again, because it's probably going to happen. Maybe around like the Royal Rumble time, maybe. By that time, Braun Breaker should be like, all right, cool, yeah, let's put the U.S. title on him.
So that's the perfect person to elevate Braun. You've seen what he's done with Cody and everybody else he's faced. Riddle
on the game.
Perfect person.
They said, what are your opinions on Rey Mysterio versus Gunther?
He gonna die. He gonna die. Gunther about to smack his ass back to Raw. That's what's about to happen.
And then guess what? His son gonna kick him back to SmackDown, bro.
So apparently they matches in like 2 weeks. So that would mean Ray's funeral is gonna be like 3.5 weeks from now, maybe. So
I mean,
I hear the wake's at like 10 or 11. So I mean, I'm gonna be there showing my support because Ray ain't making it out of that match alive.
Yeah,
it's Gunther.
I just like I really felt like we are not. There's no way we about to go back to the times of Rey Mysterio defeating giants. I really hope not, because they're already splitting the whole Sheamus and Gunther thing. It looks like they're gonna go Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes against the Bloodline. So I don't know, bro. Like I think he's gonna die, but I'm kind of worried. Man.
Man, I'm just thinking
they're gonna hit us with that booyaka old school. I don't know, man.
Booyaka 6'1" Giants.
Talking about old school. Look, I know one thing for certain, two things for sure. Ray not winning that match. I'll tell you that much. But I feel like it's gonna be a good match because Gunther does work well with like the smaller guys and whatnot. So yeah, it's gonna be a good match. But yeah, Ray ain't gonna be alright after that one.
R.I.P. That's all I can say. R.I.P. Ray.
Rip. Fucking rip.
But then if that's the case, what's next for Gunther, bro?
Gunther things.
Whatever the hell he want to do.
He's Gunther.
Who ain't doing nothing on SmackDown? I mean,
it's gonna come down to where Solo's gonna win that title sooner or later.
I mean,
it could happen.
I mean, me personally, I feel like the person that should take the title off Gunther is Sheamus. Now, at least. Before they had the match of Clash of the Castle, you could have said somebody like Solo. But I feel like it should be Sheamus just off of the nature of their rivalry. Like Gunther beat him clean in Cardiff, and then there was that little controversy and whatnot over
Mhm.
the tapping rule on SmackDown. So now it's just like, okay,
He tapped out.
now,
He tapped
now
out.
it's now it's just like the next time you have if you ever have Sheamus face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship again, Sheamus has to win.
Oh, for sure.
Sheamus has to win that match. There's no way he doesn't win that match.
I just don't like how they just like put a hold on it, and then like
I
out
know.
of nowhere, Rey Mysterio and then Brawling Brutes and Sheamus against the Bloodline. It's like we're
They'll
not
probably
gonna
run it back.
because I mean, like I said, I've been waiting for the storytelling for these War Game matches, and it's starting to look like it could be the Brawling Brutes and Bloodline.
Maybe
Looking like that, man.
it's just a whole lot of routes you could go with all of this stuff that's going on.
Oh,
And
for
honestly,
sure.
that's the way I like it. That is the way I like it.
There's some I seen the fuck it, let's talk about it because I want to see where y'all stand on it, where we at right now with the whole Jay shit. Somebody said they starting to feel like Jay gonna be the one to bring down the whole bloodline. Like he
I
gonna
can see
be
that.
It could happen. They're planting the seeds slowly. I see it.
I could definitely see that because you got Sammy control. You got Sammy giving orders to Jay by order of Roman. So it's just like this is like nah, bro. I feel like damn. But what if that's the case? What happens first? Like does Sammy
And-
get kicked out and then does Jay bring down the bloodline or does
I think it's gonna go where kind of unexpected, where Sammy may be the cancer of the bloodline. So he starts having. I think it starts going to where he makes Jimmy question his brother Jay to where he's like, "Hey, I don't want you as my partner anymore. I trust Sammy more than I trust you." And then Jay's gonna be like, but we're literal brothers." I'm like, "But you're not doing what's best for the bloodline. You're doing what's best for you." And then they're gonna get some turmoil in there. Roman kicks him out, and I think it's a plot for him to just probably be that poison, lethal dose of poison for the bloodline.
I do feel like I that when Roman loses the title to whoever he loses it to, Jay is definitely gonna be a deciding factor in that match. Right when you think it's going great for Roman, Jay probably gonna super kick the shit out of him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can see he gonna take his head off.
It's just,
They
I don't-
definitely gonna beat him down or something, man.
it's like Jason said, bro. Now how everything is, it could go either way. Because like it's just crazy though. Because you could like what at the end, what is Sammy doing wrong though?
Right.
He just following orders too. Like he just.
I mean,
He's not really doing nothing wrong. So like I like everybody's like, oh, they're gonna turn on Sammy. I just don't see.
he not, but in the same sense, like if any, all right, let me be careful of how I word this because people like taking stuff out of context. Sami Zayn is basically the basic bloodline fan. Like he's basically representing.
I
all
said
of
that.
it,
I
like-
said that once
like-
that man joined,
like
right?
He come to, like you not family, you not, but you down in the ring with their every day. Yeah, let's get we here you not really a part of it. You just here because he rock with you and we don't want you getting in our way. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like Sammy not necessarily doing nothing wrong, but it's just like in terms of like from Jay's perspective, it's just like what are we doing here? Like why y'all?
But what about Roman's
y'all-
perspective, bro? Like
That too.
because I'd understand if like Solo gave him the shirt. Even if Jimmy but Roman gave him that shirt, bro. And it's like, and another thing, like Jason said, literally Sami Zayn is y'all Roman fans because like
That's the
y'all got y'all shirt. Y'all call yourself Ooses and all this. Y'all got y'all shirt.
Yeah.
Honorary Oos.
Also, I see it like this. If you put it like a family perspective, Sammy is that family friend that goes to all the family events all the time, but you always have that jealous family member where he's like, "Why is he here? He's not blood." But then you have that like the in the hierarchy of cousins and relatives, you have that one person that's seen as the leader of like the cousins and the siblings. We're like, nope, I see him as a family member, so you get used to it or get the hell out.
It's just like, damn, grandma made his plate, but she ain't make mine. Like, why he like he ain't
Exactly
even
like that.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Literally, bro.
We got perfect representation here because I know Samoans do it, but also Latinos and Black people do it. So you bring that certain friend over, and sometimes the patriarchs treat him better than the actual
Yeah,
sons.
like, come on
Yeah.
now. And that's what Roman doing. Like, and then on top of that, as far as like his title reign, it benefits him to have somebody that wants to associate with them be with them. Like, regardless of like if they know their intentions are pure or not or whatever. But it's just like you would rather have somebody like Sami Zayn blindly following you everywhere, doing your dirty work, than have him against you. Like he's an asset to
True.
Roman Reigns. He's not an asset. He's an asset to Roman Reigns. But as far as Jay's mindset goes, he's a cancer.
I don't know. I just see Sami Zayn not lasting too long in the bloodline. There's going to be some swerve or something, and I feel like they're just going to kick him out, and then it's going to lead to a big babyface turn and potentially a matchup with Roman Reigns somewhere down the line once again. Not no like 5 or 10 second match where Roman spears him and puts him in the guillotine choke. It's going to be actually a good match. Maybe at Royal Rumble. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean we'll see though. We will definitely see.
Just got to play
Yes,
the
sir.
cards right.
Because I'm still waiting. Where's The Rock, everybody? Where's Dwayne?
He coming.
Where he at, bro?
It's no way in
Sooner or
hell.
later.
It's
He over
no
here
way
playing
in
rock, paper, scissors with Mr. Beast and all that. I don't know, man.
The way I see it is, if it wasn't gonna happen, it would have been shut down a long time ago. And the fact that Dwayne even went in that interview and said that he was the head of the table lets me know it's just like, okay, he coming. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to see.
So
He
you
gonna
think
make
that little subtle statement?
He's coming. He's definitely coming.
Yeah.
He gonna be here.
He's
But
coming.
since we on the subject again, but like if he do come, bro, how does the whole where the Royal Rumble play out with this? Like,
Either Dwayne wins it, or he just show up.
No, I don't think he wins it. One thing that I gotta see is at least one title's gotta be removed from.
and that's what I keep
Yeah.
saying, bro. He has to drop a title.
He needs
I'm
to.
sorry, 200 days. Like y'all counting the days of both titles separately, but y'all want to see them as a combined thing. It's like you can't do that.
No, so like I said, obviously it's got to be the WWE title because if the WWE title gets taken away from Roman, we know that the winner of the Rumble is going to be Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
I mean, but I don't like. I feel like if anything, the whole title splitting thing, like where would they do that at? Because
They had so many chances, bro. They had so many chances.
Only time they could like realistically do that is if they had a draft and actually split the brands and was like, we need a title on Raw. If you're not gonna be on both shows, then drop one.
My thing is the way I see it now is it'll probably be
After WrestleMania,
the paper, not WrestleMania. I feel like it'll be the pay-per-view before Mania because if they really are gonna do Rock versus Roman, I feel like that's where Rock interferes, costs him the match for one single title, and then out of the blue, whoever wins the Royal Rumble, the next night on Raw or the next night on SmackDown says, "Oh, I'm going to challenge you for the WWE title." Because let's be honest, if Roman's going to lose one title, it's going to be the WWE Championship.
I mean,
kind of like how Goldberg, Brock Lesnar with the whole Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar match. Goldberg interferes in the match, costs Brock the title.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, something like that. That's what I feel is going to happen, where someone's going to challenge Roman specifically for a title.
That's
like, I don't want Universal. I want the
so many
title.
chances, man.
Yeah, Clash of the Castle was the perfect
especially
opportunity.
Considering there's not going to be a day one pay-per-view or any pay-per-view after Saudi Arabia.
No, Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, yeah. After Survivor Series.
And another thing is the reason I said they had so many chances is this is why I would really hate if Theory's cash-in isn't successful or he loses the briefcase, bro, because you had that chance right there where Seth Rollins could have won Money in the Bank and he could have did the one title shit. He could have only went after the WWE Championship.
And then we would have the WrestleMania rematch for Cody and Seth.
The way I see
exactly.
The way I see it, this Theory shit is really going to predict a lot of the future of WWE. If he cash in on Braun Breaker or whoever successfully tonight, then that lets you know that they ain't splitting them titles anytime soon. Because if they was splitting the titles, then if they was splitting the title, then they would have definitely had somebody like Cody Rhodes come back, win the WWE Championship, and then Theory would have cashed in on him.
Yep.
But if Theory cash in and win the NXT title tonight, then that lets you know that they ain't splitting them titles to probably like after WrestleMania in a brand split type thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time until we see those titles split. I feel like Roman's holding on to those till maybe end of 2023, early 2024. If I'm pushing it,
You said early what?
2024. That's another year and a half from now.
Excuse me?
who
Let's
knows,
not-
man?
let's not
You
get ahead of
you
ourselves.
sounded like some of the
Who
people in my
knows,
comments, bro. Like
Pump the
relax.
Let's pump the brakes.
Do I
right?
want it? No, but knowing WWE and maybe how,
Roman
they're
has
pushing the
still-
narrative.
I said Roman has still never defeated Seth at Royal.
And that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why this theory thing better be successful, because you had that chance right there to do it with Seth Rollins
Right.
beating Roman. You had it.
Exactly.
No, you did have the opportunity, but we're
And
not
they're
the
gonna have another
bookers.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Just wait till
Unless-
Seth lose the
or-
United
or-
States Championship. It's
Or
on.
unless Triple H does have a plan, and it's going to be throwing us out of left field, and we're like, oh shit, Triple H, you did that. Because let's be honest, let's see, this, remember, he's still what, a month and a half, 2 months in of actually full control of the company after Vince's shenanigans.
Yeah.
So it's going to take its pace. I'm pretty sure he wants to separate those titles, but he's thinking, how the hell am I going to do it before Mania?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Seth Rollins.
All right now. Somebody
Gonna
said
be that.
2050. Relax.
Okay, let's
Roman
relax.
Hogan-
there.
oh, shit,
Relax.
we're going to have
Did
we're
Malik
gonna
send
have
you?
Roman San Martino.
That's what I'm saying. Are you Malik?
It's probably
Are you
Malik.
Narcolepsy Boy 94?
Man,
Is
Malik
this your
would want
burner,
Roman to
bro?
hold those titles to like 2090, man.
Oh man.
Look, I love Roman, but I don't want him holding those titles any longer. He needs to.
Any longer? You say 2024? That's too long, bro.
I'm predicting because that's probably how WWE would push the narrative. Because Roman's the big face of the company, but I don't know.
Look, man, all I'm
see.
saying is if y'all paying
Who's
attention,
the
Seth
dude
Rollins
with the
definitely wins
golfer thing?
title.
Challenging for one is stupid. How are we? I'm tired of the one champion.
Yeah.
Challenging for one is stupid. What I say, I just want WWE, but it's just one. I mean,
One
I
championship
understand.
too, but somebody's an
understand that
opposite of a
concept.
Roman fanboy. Yeah, I am an opposite of a Roman fanboy.
I understand. I understand that that whole mindset of challenging for one is stupid. If we being honest, because if I'm in that situation and you got two titles and I can challenge for two, I'm not gonna be like, all right, yeah, I only want one of them. Like, nah, I'm gonna go for both. So that's how that nobody's just gonna come along
Yeah,
and be like,
That's
oh,
why-
I only
yeah.
want one of your belts. Like, nah, if anything,
I want
that's gonna
both.
be a stipulation that
I
Roman
understand that,
Reigns is-
but that's why I always said it would have to be Roman
Mm-hmm.
to be like,
You're
you're
not
not
good for-
you're not good enough for both. You're not even good
one.
enough. You're not even good enough for the Universal. Maybe because that's honestly the only
The
way I
best-
would see
that's the safest
somebody
direction to
challenging
do it.
for one
No,
title. It would have to
that
be
is the-
Roman being like,
No,
I'll do it for this one.
That'll be the only way that realistically it would work because Roman's in that position where he can look down at his opponents and be like, nah, you ain't good enough for both of my titles. Hell, you're not good enough for my Universal title.
Yep.
I just won this at WrestleMania. If you want to go after my WWE title, I guess.
Even
That's
then,
what I'm
I feel
saying.
like that whole thing would be instituted via like somebody like Paul Heyman. Like they'd have the contract signing, and then after they sign the contract, like Paul Heyman would grab the mic and call whoever else it was stupid and be like, "You should always read what you sign."
The fine print.
Read
I
it.
can just
You
picture
would
that.
know that
Yep.
you're only challenging
Yep.
for
For
one
the
championship.
WWE
Yep.
WWE championship.
And the
That's what I'm
person
saying.
looked at
That's
him
the
like,
only
what
way
the
it would
hell?
work. That's the only way it would work.
Yeah. So the three scenarios that would work realistically is the cash in, because the cash in is for any title you want.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that's already going to be possibly thrown out the window. The other one is Roman's talking down his opponent, saying you're not good enough to face for two titles, so I'm going to tell you what title you defend. Or the Paul Heyman contract signing, this is why you should always read the fine print. I said you were facing for the championship. I never said which championship or both championships.
Somebody in the comments said that Austin Theory is booked tonight at a WWE house show. I'm gonna need to fact check that.
I mean, listen, man. Anything is possible. It's the main event. You
Correct.
Theory could be booked at the beginning of the house show.
It depends on what a house.
Listen,
show
bro,
is.
I don't doubt anything. The Hardys had a whole match in Japan, and then they still came back to WrestleMania. After that happened, I don't question what I.
No, another thing that happened too that you forgot to mention is AJ Styles had a South American tour, and then when Bray Wyatt got like fucking the mumps or whatever the hell, mono, and then
Yeah.
they have to call in AJ Styles last minute to be Finn Balor's opponent for that TLC pay-per-view. Anything's
Yup.
possible. Another one that was across like literally down south of the country and then flew up.
I know.
I mean, I even think Brock too when he came back at SummerSlam. Wasn't he all the way in Canada? Like,
Something like that. Yeah.
like-
Yeah, bro, he was
Last
but he
minute
was
decisions.
yeah.
Somebody said, when do you think Bianca will drop the title? Oh yeah, there you go.
Never.
I don't know.
at this point,
Mania.
it's looking like Roman too after Mania.
I mean, Bailey gonna be the one to take it off her.
Yeah.
But I don't know when. It ain't gonna be
Either
soon.
Bailey
No,
or
that much.
Rhea. Bailey or Rhea.
It's
No,
just
the only way I believe
it all
it'll be
depends
Rhea
if
it's
she
like
wins this match.
No, the only way I could see it be Rhea is if Balor wins the U.S. title, Damian and Dominic are the tag champions. If they split with the tag champions,
Ew.
I don't know.
And then,
I just don't see Rhea, like, ever since she joined Judgment Day. I just don't.
Yeah, because I know she was out with an injury or whatever, that brain injury, but I guess she's
back now.
returning to ring. Yeah, she's back now and everything. So hopefully they can build her into that direction again. Maybe get the match that we all missed out on. What was that? Money in the Bank? Something like that. Yeah.
Yep. That really pissed me off. I ain't even gonna hold you. But yeah, it's gonna be after Mania, and it's gonna be Bailey.
hey Bailey and
I wouldn't mind that at all. I love Bianca, but I love Bailey too.
hey, Axe,
Both
if your first Mania seeing Bianca wrestle is her losing, I'm sorry, bro.
Now I said you ain't hear what I said. I said after Mania, just like Roman. Y'all fans who think Rock gonna come back and actually beat Roman and win the 2 titles, like, come on now, like, it's like, if that's the match, Roman's winning, like, so. But after Mania, yeah, I man, I'll leave. Let me tell you something right now. I will leave. I paid the money. I paid the money for I will leave.
If Bianca faced
If that's the
Charlotte,
outcome.
Bianca winning. Bianca winning.
Yeah.
If that's the outcome, I will leave.
Bianca has
because
to
it's
win
like,
against
Oh,
Charlotte.
Bianca's gonna lose to Charlotte. Oh no, Lewis will rub it in your face.
Yeah,
when
that's
Charlotte
true.
beats Bianca.
See, because Charlotte was one of them overpushed motherfuckers by Vince McMahon. Not to say that she wasn't talented or whatnot, but that's
Oh,
one
no.
of Vince McMahon golden girls.
Not
Mhm.
actually.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
hey, no. You
Like-
gotta also think about this too. Who was Triple H's idol? Who's the wrestler he idolized the most out of anybody in the business? Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
That which also happens to be who has the daddy of Charlotte. Charlotte is
Yeah,
in that Charlotte's in that
but you
special
also got to
position.
put who is, listen, Stephanie McMahon is one of the ones who was high on Bianca Belair.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
not forget who Triple H is married to. And again, just like with Vince leaving, you must be stupid if you don't think he left a piece of paper with things that he wants done. And the same thing goes for Stephanie. Her input is gonna be there, bro. Because she likes
bro.
Ronda. That's why Ronda is where she is now. Because come on, man.
Because of Steph.
Come on.
But here's the
That
thing,
plays a
too.
factor. I just don't. If
I mean,
anything,
that
that's going to be
answers
after
more.
Mania. Definitely better than Liv Morgan. Definitely. I ain't gonna let him fly past that. Nope. Liv Morgan mid. But anywho,
Live who?
But here's
Liv
the
who?
thing: Bianca beat Bailey before.
Malik, we're not
Bianca's
going to
beaten
acknowledge
Becky.
anything until you acknowledge the tuna casseroles are not good.
Who said that?
No, Malik is saying.
Oh my goodness. Oh wait. Isn't it funny how? Oh wait. Damn, Malik, you doing double duty? You on your real page and your burner? That's crazy.
Wow.
Charlotte's
Nah,
definitely
but
going to break
They
Ric
finna make
Flair's
WWE. I feel like they trying to make Bianca like Mrs. WrestleMania, like because she's undefeated at WrestleMania.
And
she's
nobody better
beating
bring up
everybody.
that battle royale. Don't even bring. I don't count those towards
That
single
never
records.
Anyway,
I don't count that.
What battle royal?
Fucking she and Bianca, and on top of that, Bianca's beating all of the four horsewomen except Charlotte. So
Yeah, what I was trying to
All
say,
the
she
left
beat
is Charlotte.
Charlotte.
That's why I don't see that. That's why I don't see them doing that at Mania, having Charlotte win. Like, bro, I can see after maybe WrestleMania Backlash or whatever the next pay-per-view gonna be now, but
WrestleMania hangover. I don't know.
I mean, at this point, I mean,
WrestleMania hangover.
I don't know. Charlotte is definitely beating Ric Flair's record. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
That's
She
it.
probably
It
gonna
ain't
have-
it ain't gonna be
That's written in
Cena.
stone. That's
She
written in
probably
Randy
gonna have
Orton-
like 20 women's
Randy
title
Orton
reigns.
has a lot of health concerns.
Yeah, as much as I love Randy and I wanted him to do it, there might be a chance he might not even be able to come back.
I didn't
Bianca
think
has
he
been
was gonna
beating
do it
Ronda.
anyway.
So
I wish I thought I wanted him to do it, but here we are.
and
I
see
mean,
that's another. Bianca is this generation's John Cena. I mean, it's going that route.
But hey, do I care?
No,
No.
Bianca. I feel like Bianca definitely gonna turn heel in the future, which
Yeah,
I rock with. Heel Bianca.
Yeah,
people ain't
I'll be
seeing
fine
that
with
heel
It'll be
that.
a
Bianca's
different breed.
good. She was good at NXT. Yeah, heel Bianca at NXT was perfect.
But was she
Tag match.
really a heel though?
A
She
little
was the
bit.
heel in
Eh,
NXT. She
yeah,
was more on the heel side in NXT.
yeah.
Yeah,
I watched it
that
back
War
because
Games match.
I didn't really get to watch it that much. I watched it back. Yeah, she was the heelish. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people want her to be heel now because they're like, she still has her character from NXT, which was a heel, and she's still doing the same stuff. She's beating people with the hair, and like, bruh.
You can still
Leave Bianca
transition with
alone.
the
Bianca
same
can do whatever
character.
she
They just
wants.
don't like black women. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That too.
I know racism when I smell it.
Yep.
And you can't tell us otherwise because you have 3 Latinos and a black man.
Yep.
Yeah.
But unless y'all want to, heel Bianca was goated in the NXT, but I don't think they're gonna turn her heel. That's just me. I mean, it all depends. If it's like with Cena, it was never really necessary for him to have to turn heel.
If we being honest.
So
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be the same thing with Bianca, unless it's really something that needs to. It's probably not gonna happen. But again, both of them already were heels in their early careers. That's why
They
Yeah.
never change afterwards.
people be like, Cena was never a heel. I mean, you never watched the Ruthless Aggression early,
The
like
early doctor of
Exactly.
thugonomics,
early
bro.
Doctor of
2003,
Thugonomics, bro. Like,
2004.
No, 2004. No, late 2003. He was already a babyface. Everything during that, all 2003, he was a heel.
now 2003, he had them shorts on.
Let's transition to them
Hey,
jean
them
shorts,
and those-
man.
trunks,
and-
bro.
And those poofy bucket hats.
Oh,
And the chain.
Oh, the jean jacket, Cena. Oh, come on, bro.
Oh man.
But you see, and that's what I'm saying with Bianca, because again, let's all not forget who saved John Cena's career.
Wait, but
That
her
was
husband
Stephanie.
Montez needs to turn heel ASAP. Need that Montez as U.S. champ.
Ah,
I would love to see Montez as a single star. He has the it factor. He's the it factor. He has everything about himself to make himself a top star in WWE. And putting the
does.
title on him, perfect.
but how do you? But that break up the Street Profits though? That's like
That's
that's the
the
issue.
thing.
That's a gamble.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
issue.
a big gamble.
Hey,
I
look.
love him as a tag team.
If they do gamble, from what I'm hearing, Angelo Dawkins is actually gonna get some respect because they high on him now. They like him.
I saw
They
that.
see the work
yeah.
he's been putting in.
It
so
took a
that's all I
while,
want.
but
That's all I
Angelo's
wanted.
that guy.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. Ain't nobody saying he better than Montez. Ain't nobody saying, ain't nobody comparing the two. It's just like y'all not gonna sit up here and act like Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford lackey or something like that, or like Montez
Exactly.
Ford be carrying Angelo Dawkins. Like that's not like nah, bro. Y'all gonna stop
I mean,
that.
was that the initial thought in NXT? Yeah, but not now.
I mean, yeah,
Definitely not now. The way he be sometimes he be carrying the matches too. I ain't gonna hold you. He been doing better. But unless y'all got any more questions, last thoughts on this theory stuff. With everything we know, is it happening or not?
Um,
Go ahead, Jason.
I don't know. If we being honest, I feel like if they was gonna do it, they would have just went ahead and did it instead of teasing it. Because every time in the past that they done teased Austin cashing in his money in the bank, he done went to did it, but somebody came and knocked the shit out of him. So it's just like, I feel like the chances of that happening maybe like to me, I probably go like 60-40 somewhere along the middle because I don't know. I gotta see it to believe it.
Mhm.
I'm 50-50 on it, man. Like I said, anything could happen. He could cash in on the NXT Championship or wait and cash in on the World Championship on the main roster. It's just a matter.
Either way, if he's another failed cash in, like the luster of the Money in the Bank is just gonna be gone.
The value of it is gonna go all the way down.
Because I was happy when Biggie won it, but also, but after that, I'm like, how long did it take someone to successfully cash in Money in the Bank?
Exactly. And there's the announcing it beforehand. It just, loses the surprise factor or whatnot.
I mean, like y'all said, he did do the previous stuff and he always failed. I mean, could this be the time where he does it and it actually does go through? Some people in my Kevin Owens is gonna enter. I'm like, bro, y'all just really want this man to fail. Y'all just,
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but y'all just want Austin Theory to fail so bad. Oh, lose the briefcase, this and that. Come on.
Yeah.
For what? So Kevin Owens could cash in to lose? That's what y'all want?
Right.
I mean, look, I only wanted it to happen if Seth Rollins was going to be the nigga to take it off. But
Mhm.
that doesn't look like the case anymore. It's looking like they're using the U.S. title to actually build him back up and whatnot, even though he been that guy. But still, just to make it so it's just like people ain't like, why did Seth beat him when this, that, and that? Shut up. Nobody cares.
Seth's champ.
Shut
And
up.
I love Johnny Gargano, but for what? So Johnny Gargano could win the briefcase and fail?
Yeah.
And fail. Like,
Yeah, y'all don't believe Theory. Y'all believe Johnny Gargano. No offense, but like he just came back. That would make no sense.
Like ain't nobody denying Johnny Gargano's talent, but in the same sense, it's just like you telling me, and I hate to be that guy, but it's just like it's such a great reference. Like you telling me that they gonna pass on Drew McIntyre beating Roman in Cardiff to have Johnny Gargano beat Roman Reigns via Money in the Bank cash in. I don't think so. I don't see that.
Yeah.
They was gonna have anybody cash the Money in the Bank contract in and actually be successful and become like a bigger star than they already are. It was gonna be Theory. So
yeah.
I don't see
that.
I really want it to happen because it is something that I feel like it could elevate him. It could elevate NXT. If Braun's really getting called up, it could be his last feud. I just don't want it to be a failed cash in, bro.
Right.
I'm not gonna like that. I don't care if it was Seth. I don't care whoever else was in the Money in the. It could have been any of them. I'm tired of the failed cash-ins. I'm tired of motherfuckers losing their briefcases. There's no point of the Money in the Bank if that's going to be the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yeah, that's 7. We got 40 minutes till Halloween Havoc. So let y'all guys shout out y'all socials before we go. Starting with Alex.
You already know me, Alex Vataloco on Instagram and on TikTok. Axel, is always a pleasure when I get to do the Brotherhood Wrestling Chop Shop stuff, man. Love you, brother. Thank you again for having me here.
Yes, sir.
Main page, Bird with a Y. Pro wrestling page, HB Bird. You already know how I get down. It was a pleasure. And let's see what happens.
Man, you already know. Astroworld, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Pleasure being here once again. It's always nice talking wrestling with everybody on here. And yeah, Halloween Havoc. I'm hyped for it. Can't wait. Get it.
And just before you go, you already know Quincy Elliott, the Super Diva. We already all in. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's just not.
Quincy.
Super Diva.
The Super Diva was mentioned on SmackDown. You already know that's a soon to be main roster call up. You already know the soon. Let's get it. But anyway, y'all thought I was gonna let go, not go without saying that, bro. Come on.
Oh my god.
But thank everybody for coming out. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Till next time.